Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name's Tony. This is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today we're taking to the helm in Seafarer, the ship sim. This new maritime simulation is entering early access on PC via Steam. It's currently priced at £20.99, but if you grab it now, there's a launch discount of 20%, so you can get it for way cheaper. If you fancy grabbing yourself a Pimax VR headset, some new games, or protecting yourself online, check the comments and the description below. I've dropped some affiliate links in there for Pimax, Greenman Gaming, and NordVPN, and you'll be helping the channel out. Seafarer isn't really a narrative game, it's more about the life and challenges of being a ship captain in a dynamic maritime world. That said, there is kind of a story mode where you join various factions over mission arcs to deliver cargo, fight fires, perform rescues, and loads of other stuff. The world is inspired by kind of a northern European seascape, with ports, coasts, open water, and a weather ocean system as well, with waves and storms and stuff like that. You'll often take contracts from the factions or accept spontaneous events, ship fires, rescues, salvage. Ships range from a small tugboat to large cargo vessels. Since it's early access, some content is placeholder and it's a bit limited in parts. Many features are planned. There's a roadmap you can check out now on Steam with more ships, more mission types, and an expanded map. One thing I do really hope is placeholder is the characters you meet. They are the most lifeless things you've ever seen in your life, and when they talk, their lips don't even move. They look weird and dead inside. As I said, you control a wide variety of ships, from small tugboats to huge freighters carrying cargo, each with their own handling, scale, and systems to work with. You can even walk around your ship, so you can get out, you can go and visit engine rooms, operator stations, cranes, water cannons, pumps. This does add a nice level of immersion. Being able to move around inside your ship gives it like a tangible presence. It's a bit like the old Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen thing going on. You know, being able to walk around does add a lot to a game. You know, you are the ship's captain. Smaller vessels versus large ones do feel differently. The complexity of each ship scales with size. You got systems depth going on. You got managing different kinds of machinery, checking engines, using ship tools, or even water cannons for the firefighting missions. It adds extra gameplay beyond just sailing around. However, some of the systems may lack a little bit of clarity, like what does this do? What does that do? And also some of it is very simplified as well. And in the cockpits, just loads of buttons don't do a single thing. You can't click a lot of them, which I think is a shame. It's trying to be really realistic, but it's also too simple. It doesn't kind of reach that middle ground, I don't think. Mission types include cargo transport, firefighting, rescue, salvage, and kind of like police patrols type thing. You can choose faction missions in the story mode or in a quick play sandbox where you can just kind of explore and accept contracts. This is really good because it does offer a lot of variety, shifting between calm cargo runs and then high tension police missions where you're chasing a boat around or something like that, and it does stop things from becoming stale. The faction system gives you a direction and narrative thread as you play through the game. I wasn't really expecting that when I picked this game up to have that faction system. However, some missions or goals or constraints do feel a bit contrived, like tight time windows that didn't really need to be there. I don't think the rewards were always balanced enough for what you've just been up to. And I think one of the biggest issues with a lot of the missions and the game is sea is pretty boring. Between ports or between areas, there's just nothing really to see or do, and things like firefighting just took a little bit too long. It just moved that fun aspect into a bit more grind and tedium. The game world is large, I wouldn't say massive, but it's big enough, and it's open with the seascapes, ports, and dynamic weather. Dynamic waves are going on, day and night cycles are all part of the experience. You do get that sense of scale as you cross the open seas, with the storm building in the background, the waves starting to get choppy around you, and that all contributes an immersive maritime sandbox. As I said, travel times may feel tedious, especially in long crossings. I mean, even in the tutorial, you're sailing 20-25 minutes to another port with very little to do, and I found it really boring. In a larger world, content diversity matters. An ocean is hard to populate with interesting things to see. I just don't think at this current time there's enough encounters or points of interest to see. You can expand your fleet, you can add more ships to upgrade existing ones. You have to manage upkeep, maintenance, fuel, repairs. This does give you a good sense of meta progression. You're always working towards a bigger, better ship or better gear, and more faction reputation is motivating to keep going. The There is AI helpers in the game that do basic tasks for you, like you can set them and go, right, steer over there and go over there. As I said at the beginning, there's just like so little animation to them. They're almost like just a cardboard cutout, and they almost might as well not be there. And some of the voice acting and voice lines are just really annoying, repetitive, and the attempted humour just isn't very funny most of the time. But it is nice that AI can do some things. I just wish they would do a little bit more. Graphically, this game it's not too bad for an early access sim. It's built in Unreal Engine 5, so yes, it has them really annoying stutters when you move the camera around. The water, waves, reflections, and lightings all look pretty good, I would say. The wave simulation is really good. Water behaviour, splash, foam, with dynamic wave interactions really stand out. That said, in storms or heavily lit scenes, reflections can flicker. They do show some artifacts. There is some clipping issues going on as well. Some distant objects and coastline textures are super low detail. It is also really badly optimized, like really bad. My rig runs DCS fine. I had to drop this game to medium. On the audio side, the ambience works. It's got the ocean wind, gulls, creaking hull, engine hum going on, rain, thunder. It really helps to make you feel like you're at sea. So in conclusion, should you get this game? If you're someone who loves realistic sims and has an interest in that maritime life, I think because the core vision of this is pretty strong and the ship and world tech is interesting, I think you'll get a lot from it. I think like me, if you're a bit more of a general simulation fan, I just found it a little bit boring. I just didn't find there was enough to do and I didn't find it interesting enough. But I think if you wait until there's more of that missing content, some polish and balance arrives, I think you might find this is going to turn into a pretty good simulator. It's definitely one of them simulators where you'll just stick a podcast on or watch some YouTube while you're playing. Anyways, that's all I've got to say on this one. Don't forget to drop this video a like, hit that subscribe button for more quick reviews, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.